Okay, there you go. All right, we're live. My name is attorney Marina Shepelsky, coming to you live from the New York, New Jersey area, and I'm doing both TikTok live here on my phone, and I'm doing Facebook and YouTube live on my computer. And I have to get another phone. I'm at that time in my life where I realized doing these lives and a couple of things at the same time requires me to do it on two phones or maybe even three. So hopefully, well, actually, it's not that bad. Let me tell you the Wi-Fi struggles that I had in my house. We live in New Jersey in the woods. The Wi-Fi signal here is bad, especially when I'm in my office, which is kind of far from the router. And my husband installed these mesh. It's like these Wi-Fi expanders called mesh or something like that. It's like a network of Wi-Fi expanders. It makes your Wi-Fi bloom. So it looks like the signal on my computer is much better now. I see all the lines, all the bars on the Wi-Fi signal, which is telling me I'm finally getting the kind of feed quality that I love and that I'm happy to do for you guys because we have so much to talk about today, right? I prepared. First of all, I'm wearing my sparkly white top because I just came back from a little trip to skiing basically, but I don't ski. So I went to like this really cold mountain in Vermont, and everybody there was so like beautifully dressed in all the winter clothes. I went and I found this in my closet. So I hope you guys like this. Oh, and I'm gonna wait for comments so I can answer questions at the end of our show. Not like towards the very end, but I have some things prepared that I wanted to discuss. So there you go. There's a question on TikTok. Are the immigration offices open now or closed? Everything is open, but we're working very slowly. So they're open, but going very slowly because they have to do the COVID precautions and they're scheduling interview like spaced out. Okay, everybody's saying hello, good morning. I'm saying hello and good morning to you guys. Still trying to like work out um still trying to work out everything how it works here. Okay. So I have some stuff prepared for you guys, and as you join me, you can ask your questions and I will respond to them. Anything I say in the show is meant to be educational in nature, a little bit entertaining, and not any legal advice. For legal advice, I ask you to call our office. My number is in the bio, 718-769-6352. And it's on the bottom of my screen if you are on Facebook or YouTube. If you want to call a WhatsApp number so you can chat from someone from our office, call 718 679 3131. And Armen says hello. Hi. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Imrak, for saying I look beautiful. I appreciate it very much. And I put in a lot of work this morning doing makeup, and I usually hate it because I have allergies to makeup. So when I do makeup, I have to take 2 allergy pills, and I forgot this morning. So I hope I don't start itching and swelling here. Okay, so let's get right into it because I prepared a show for you guys and I prepared some things to discuss, right? So, the shocking immigration news of this week was there's reporters in the Wall Street Journal did an investigation and found that thousands of US citizenship applications are literally stuck in a basement in caves beneath Kansas City where USCIS uses storage facilities, and they're called federal record centers. And there's 80 million immigration files handled by the US government. And those places, the facilities have all but shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So a lot of people are stuck in limbo because their files are stuck under in these caves, in these federal storage facilities. And I'm sure people are just sitting there waiting why it's been 2 years since they had their interview or they filed for citizenship or something else, and nothing is happening. Well, this is the answer. As usual, USCIS has been very inept and very unprofessional. And, there you go. Okay, I'm going to try something new today. TikTok, there's somebody who is asking to join me, but I'm afraid to do it because I don't know who it is. And I'm afraid they will curse or do something illegal, which I've already have so many violations. Maybe another time, okay? Maybe another time. So somebody's saying to me, hello, I'm from Canada, permanent resident in Canada. How can I come to USA? As a Canadian citizen, you have to have somebody sponsor you for a job. It's called a TN1 visa, and you can come here and work here. Or like, let's say if you marry somebody in the United States, that's pretty much it. Lots of people are saying good morning. Thank you so much. And okay. So my next topic that I wanted to discuss today, before I get to answering your guys' questions at the end, is how to legalize in the United States if you are already married to a U.S. citizen or green card holder, but the person is treating you badly, right? So what do you do if the person is treating you really badly and they're not trying to legalize you? They refuse to file the paperwork. There's something going on with them. They're abusing you or they're calling you names. A lot of people have trouble with the word abuse, right? It's like a dirty word for some people. Abuse is like a dirty word, and people don't want to admit that they are, in fact, being abused. But even if somebody doesn't hit you, doesn't punch you, doesn't push you, doesn't physically do anything bad to you, but they call you bad names, they say things like, oh my God, I wish you were never born. You're a piece of, you know what? You are a son of a bee. You are a lowlife. You are an illegal. Anything I say, the police will believe. Whatever you say is crap. Nobody will believe. Things like that are, in fact, abuse. So if you live in a situation where you're really being mistreated, abused by your spouse, who is a citizen or green card holder, it's not hopeless. We have an answer for you. Something called VAWA. Men are eligible for this VAWA too. So it's for men and women who are stuck in these marriages to U.S. citizens, afraid to leave, afraid to do anything. They keep hoping that one day this person is going to try to legalize them, but in fact, that never happens, right? So VAWA is short for Violence Against Women Act. It's not just for women, but it's a law that allows the special procedure, the special process in USCIS to be filed through a Form I-360 for battered or abused spouses and children of U.S. citizens or green card holders. And in fact, if you are an immigrant and you have a U.S. citizen kid over the age of 21 and they abuse you, which I see in a lot of families, these crazy kids, and I have kids myself, and teenagers are horrendous sometimes. When your child abuses you, you also can qualify for VAWA. If this child is an adult already, they're over 21, they're 21 or older. So we have options for you if you have an abusive situation going on. Give us a call. We do this work all the time. How do we do this? You have to schedule a paid consultation. It's paid, it's not free, with our office. And we have a bunch of people who pick up the phone, not me. I don't pick up the phone. You see how I'm here now? The phones in the office are ringing. So I have a team that answers the phones, and I have a team that does consultations. I'm also on the consultations team, but I'm not alone. So if you call and reach out to us for help, we are so happy to help you. We have a bunch of people I personally trained for everything to help you right now if you call. All right, let me talk about the next thing, right? VAWA works by filing the form and proving that this was a real marriage, good marriage, that this was an abusive situation. You were mistreated. You were called bad names. You were hit maybe or not. And you have proof, like you're going to psychologist, or you have police records, or orders of protection, or anything like that, and you're a person of good moral character. We do police clearances, if everything is fine, you're good to go for VAWA, okay? So that's how VAWA works, and people here are still always surprised that men can file for VAWA. In fact, more than half of my clients are men. Men from Pakistan, from India, from Africa, from different countries in Africa, from Hungary, from Moldova, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Tajikistan. I'm just trying to think of all the countries, from Canada. So all kinds of people are eligible for VAWA. If you only, even same-sex marriage, if it's like a gay marriage, you're still eligible for VAWA. So if you are stuck, do not feel stuck. We can help you. We can legalize you. We have all kinds of stories that are happening with our clients, and what I hear in our consultations all the time about women who are citizens really being nasty and controlling and abusive to men being nasty and controlling to immigrant wives, all kinds of things. So give us a call if you want to move on your American dream and you feel stuck, okay? Next thing that I prepared is to answer your questions. That's it. I didn't want to talk about much else because right now the Build Back Better Act, there's no news on this. So I don't have anything going on with that. And that's the only thing I prepared in terms of topics. So I'm going to get into your questions because I already have a lot from TikTok and from YouTube, okay? Let's go in order. I'm just going to go in order that you guys are posting. So for now, I'm going to do some TikTok stuff. Let me see if I can move it closer so that I'm not looking back and forth. I'm not looking back and forth. Okay. Okay. I'm married and applied for my husband. It's been 6 months and it still didn't get approved. So depending on if you are a citizen or a green card holder, if you're married and you file for your husband or wife, it may take at least a year right now because of the COVID delays. COVID-related delays are causing a lot of havoc, a lot of problems and delays. So the only thing to be doing is just to be patient. Try not to be frustrated. I know it's not easy. And just wait, okay? So another person who says his name is, or her name is, I can't see, I don't see so good here on my screen. Your realtor, it says filing VAWA. Can I add my 21-year-old? He's also being abused. He probably should file a separate petition. I would say you both should file 2 petitions. You file one, and your 21-year-old son should file his own. He is eligible as an abused child or stepchild of U.S. citizen. Okay. The next question on TikTok is, I was arrested in 2016 and I was guilty and I went to my citizenship interview and I passed the test. What's going to happen? As long as you told them the truth and it's okay, you might have a chance to win and they will tell you what's going on later. But, you have to wait 5 years from the time of your conviction to apply for citizenship, because you need to show 5 years of good moral character. So you'll see what happens. If it wasn't a big deal, it might be okay. But if it was something more major, they might deny you to say that you should have waited 5 years, okay? Another question is, I applied for marriage-based green card in November in Ohio. How long to wait for a work permit? From November, count from November 2021, about 10 months right now, 10 to even maybe more, like 11 months for a work permit. Somebody says, hi, good morning. I'm looking awesome. Thank you. I am looking awesome. Good morning. Good morning. A lot of people on TikTok are saying good morning. Why is USCIS saying that my N400 will take 15 months? Because they're averaging out everybody's, I'm going to go online and I'm going to tell you how I go there, USCIS.gov. USCIS.gov. I'm doing it as I'm typing it in as I'm talking to you. I go to USCIS.gov and then I do check processing times or processing times, whatever you call it. Check processing time. I find N400, okay, in the drop down list because it allows you to check case processing times according to the form number. N400, and then I select an office. I don't know where you live, so let's say New York, where I live, okay? Or Newark, New Jersey. Let's pick New York. New York City, New York. And then I click Get Processing Time. It shows that it's taking from 11 months to 17 and a half months to process the N400. Okay? So we're not making this up. This is right from the mouth of USCIS. USCIS has this on their website. They're saying it takes about minimum 11 up to 17 months to process your citizenship application N400. Okay, somebody else says, Shada B3344, I file I-260 for wife since last November. Do you know when the NVC will schedule interview, please? So that means you uploaded your wife's visa application and you're just waiting for an interview. The interview gets scheduled by the consulate, not by the NVC. NVC just processes the paperwork. The consulate is going to schedule the interview and let you know, but you also can go on the website of the consulate and check if this consulate sometimes wants you to pick a date and tell them from whatever they have available, they'll show you what they have to pick one date. But not every country is like that, so you have to wait for instructions from the consulate about how they schedule for interviews, okay? Somebody's asking me, how about the siblings I-130 interview? I don't know what the question is. Like, what about it? How long? You know, ask me with more details. Filing VAWA. Oh, I answered this already, sorry. Advice, please. I missed my biometrics appointment, called, and it has been more than 120 days since I called. I would call them again, and I also would go online, USCIS.gov, do a check your case status, see what's going on, and then if nothing is going on, then you go on the bottom of that and you do submit case inquiry. So you can both call and do an e-inquiry about what's going on with your biometrics. It's way too long now. I applied for a marriage-based green card. Oh, I lost it. I lost that message. I'm sorry. Okay. New Jersey, Wally says, you're just awesome and very helpful. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm sorry. I have another question here. I lost that one. What to do if administrative review takes longer than 100 days and U.S. Embassy in Pakistan is where I filed for a U.S. visa. They sometimes take much longer than 100 days. I've seen things take 2 years, so just keep emailing them and, you know, be patient. Previous employer, oh my God, again, I lost it. Previous employer wants to revoke my NOID petition. Will it have impact on green card processing? Of course it will. If they revoke it, that you might not be able to go forward with your green card. Is it advisable to go to consular if you have applied for asylum but got married to an LPR? It depends when you filed for asylum, right? It depends. So if you filed when you were completely out of status for a long time, you should not leave United States. You should try to do marriage to LPR with a waiver. Okay, I'm going to try because somebody wants to go live with me. It's my first time. I'm going to try, you guys, on TikTok. Hi, hello.
Well, hello there. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? This is my first time doing a live with someone on TikTok.
Your first time doing a live with someone on TikTok.
Yes, yes.
And I'm that one.
You're the one, baby. You're the one.
It was meant to be. How's your day going?
I'm fine. I'm an immigration attorney in New York and New Jersey, and I try to do every Friday a live. I do it both on YouTube and Facebook, and I do it on TikTok. So I have my computer and my phone, and I need another phone because next time I want to add Instagram to this.
Right.
What do you do?
What did you say you do?
I'm an immigration attorney. I help people come to United States. What do you do?
I drive 18-wheeler.
Wow, that's really cool. A lot of immigrants are now driving trucks. A lot of my clients who get work permits through asylum are getting jobs in trucking because I think trucking is very lucrative at this time, especially because of COVID, right?
There's a lot of empty seats in trucks. Not a lot of people want to be a truck driver. It's a lot of hours by yourself. It's a lot of time spent just in your own thoughts. So
it's really hard to be alone for so long. But I find that immigrants always take the jobs that American citizens don't necessarily want. And this is, and this is why I know it's not true when they say immigrants take people's jobs away from them. Immigrants work the jobs that are open, and that's what's open, And I know a woman. I have a woman client right now. She's filed for asylum. She got her work permit, and she became a trucker. A woman with 3 kids.
And I mean, honestly, there's not a lot of jobs. Well, I shouldn't say it. There's very few jobs where you can make as much money as you can driving truck with no college degree, high school diploma. Sometimes you don't even need that. It doesn't take a lot. $3 grand might sound like a lot, but $3 grand is usually your price of trucking school. And, $3 grand, you go to a company that accepts first-time drivers, you get some experience under your belt, and then you go and you find a really high-quality job that probably will pay you right around $100,000 a year, and you're set. You work it for a bunch of years, then you find some job where you're home every day, and you buy a house, a car, and you just live the good life.
That's amazing because a lot of college graduates are not getting $100K a year right now in America. So if you go to,
you know what they all have that we don't have?
What?
They have all those student loans.
Student loans. I know. I was telling my daughter, she's going to college this year. The same thing. I said, maybe if you don't know what you're going to do, you should take some time off and work and see what you like, because you're going to take on student loans and you don't know what you want to do with your life,
Right. Amber, my dad drove truck his whole life too. He actually just retired. A couple days ago, made a year. So he drove for 40 years. So I kind of followed in his footsteps after the Marine Corps.
Oh, you were in the Marine Corps. That's amazing.
I was in the Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you.
You were worth my service.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I thank people. My husband also was in the Marine Corps. So
okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Where are you from? What state are you in?
Oh, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Right
down the road from you.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to show the screen to my people on YouTube and Facebook because I don't know if they can see us, right? So I've never tried this before. This is really awesome to have somebody join me during a live. I had questions prepared, topics, and people ask me questions live because I'm a lawyer, so they want to get some, answers.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. So a lot of my lives, I just prepare the topics and then I answer the questions. And I'm happy to do something different today. What do you?
It's really cool that you do that, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that think about it like, oh man, I really need a lawyer. And they're like, oh, I just want to ask some questions, but I don't want to pay a lawyer $100 an hour just to ask a few basic questions,
You
go on Google and it's like, one site says this, the next site says this, the next site says this, and you're just like, I just want the right answer. Like, what's the actual answer?
Some things are basic. Some things that they ask are basic, so I answer them so that I can save them the money, like you said, for a consultation. Because sometimes people will say, I'm a green card holder. Can I file for my mom and dad? That's simple. No. The answer is no. If you're a U.S. citizen, you can file for your mom or dad. But why would somebody pay? I get that. Why would somebody want to pay for a consultation just to ask that? Can I file for my mom or dad if I'm a green card holder? What do you talk about in your TikToks?
Well, my content's a lot of Pennsylvania stuff, outdoors, small towns, you know, just relatable things. I mean, I have almost 30,000 followers, and probably 26,000 of them are from Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I usually play music and just go live with other people and talk to, you know, my friends that stop in every live and hang out. So
that's amazing. Thank you. So I just followed you. I just followed you.
So I'll follow you back.
I had an account before this one where I had 20,000 followers, but I kept being reported for illegal goods and activities, and I didn't understand what I was doing illegally because all I do is talk about law and, you know, immigration reform.
I've been in and around the streaming world for like probably 17 years now. You know what that is? That's people that don't like what you're doing, and it's a lot of hate. It's a lot of like just negativity, and it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's just people with just like a mentality from like years ago that just, it's 2022 and people just can't realize that like if we just come together in this world will be a lot better place, but they're still wrapped in like their different ideologies from years ago, and it's just sad. It's honestly sad, and that's why you get banned, because people randomly report you.
Yeah, I lost that account. But also, I think besides that, I think people were reporting me too. I think I was putting my phone number for the office in the videos, and the AI, the robot, the bot for TikTok thinks it's a violation of privacy. Like I'm violating somebody's privacy by putting in the phone number. Anyway, I figured it out. I think I figured it out. I just got another violation.
I would just put a link in it, like an Instagram link or something where you can, like, you know, they can find you in another avenue, or like a burner email or something. You know, something where it's like they can go there and then they can act like you can give them the actual information that they need.
I got it. Thank you for your advice. Let's do this next Friday again, because I still have some questions and answers. If you want to stick around, you could stick around. I'm gonna roll.
We might do this next Friday. I might swing through if I see you live.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. All right. That was my first joint live on TikTok, and it worked well. See, sometimes you got to try new things, people. Sometimes you got to try it. All right, I'm going on with my questions that you are posting. It's good. We had some time where you posted some questions now. Okay. Somebody from New Jersey says 2018, my VAWA case was approved. When will I get a green card? And my U visa case was approved. I don't know if you filed the I-485, New Jersey, Wally. If you filed the I-485 with the VAWA, it should have been approved already. But since it seems like you filed the VAWA first and maybe filed the I-485 later, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. You can give us a call and we can look into it. 718-769-6352. Okay, that's it for TikTok. I want to switch to my YouTube peeps, because I already have some questions from YouTube, and you TikTokers can just listen right now. All right, so here's the question. Oh, I got a lot of questions. Hi, Marina. Okay, so on YouTube, I can post the comments on the screen. Hi, Marina. My grandmother is a U.S. citizen. Can my grandmother file for my mother? She's an unmarried daughter of U.S. citizen over 21. My mother is 55, and how my mother is divorced. And now my mother is divorced and has 3 children. Anil, absolutely. Your grandmother can file for your mother. The category, I'm going to tell you right now, and what I do is I Google, when I want to know how long a visa takes in family unification categories, I Google current visa bulletin for the Department of State. I click on the link, and then I click on the report for this month. So I click on February 2022, and I see that unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens, F1, they're now working on December 2014. That tells me that the line is to 22 minus 14 is 8. 8 years to get your mom and her kids under 21 legalized. If you guys are over 21, you have to wait for your mom to become a green card holder or U.S. citizen and file for you. Okay, so there's that. Next question is, hello. Then Imrak says, I just filed for VAWA. How long till I get something back besides the receipt and prima facie work permit, travel document? I had an approved I-130 since 2013, and I also want to do adjustment of status. Since you just filed VAWA, and I hope you also filed I-485, which is the green card application with that, it takes about 10 to 12 months to get the work permit and advance parole from the date you filed the I-485. That's what triggers the countdown, the I-485. And it's going to take you a good 3 to 4 years to get a green card through VAWA. The VAWA right now is taking about 3 years by itself. Good morning, says Chrissy. Hi. Chrissy says, your face looks refreshed, looking nice, Miss Marina. Thank you so much. I had a little vacation. I went up and I did some almost skiing on a mountain in Vermont. And I co-piloted a private plane. I mean, I didn't actually do much. I just sat there in the front and I listened with like the headphones. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you've seen the pictures. I was sitting next to the pilot and I had the headphones and I was a little bit participating just by telling her what they said sometimes. Okay, Obang says, hi, please. My proceedings were terminated by an immigration judge without prejudice. In this case, how do I get a green card while I do not have any spouse? And will I be able to renew my work permit? The good thing is that your case for deportation was terminated. That means it was closed out. The bad news is if you don't have a spouse or kids who are citizens, there's not much we can help you with, you know? I'm sorry. Can we expedite a family-based application? Yes, but very few exceptions to the rule of waiting, right? So it has to be something super serious, like a humanitarian or health problem. My dad is sick in Africa, says Osei, and I have an I-131 pending. Can I expedite my case? I-131 is application for advanced parole. You filed for advanced parole, and then something bad happens, like your dad gets sick in Africa. What to do? You can request an expedite. What you do is you call them up and you ask for info pass, in-person physical appointment to get same day advanced parole. You have to bring paperwork with English translation proving your dad is sick, that he might, God forbid, die, or it's something super serious, and that you need to fly as an emergency. So you call the 1-800 number and you say, I request. I'm going to get you the number. 1 second. I can never remember it by memory, okay? The number is 1-800. Oh my God, they don't even tell you the phone number anymore. 1-800-375-5283. Okay? You call and you say, I need my advanced parole with a receipt number, emergency expedited. I'm looking to get it the same day. My father is dying in Africa. I need to go right now. Please expedite. Jonathan says, can the petition speed up when you change your status to American citizenship? I'm a permanent resident and I petitioned for my wife in Philippines. A little bit it will speed up, but the thing is, as of right now, spouse of U.S. citizen and spouse of permanent resident is taking about the same time. It's not so much slower for spouse of permanent resident. Yes, it's going to go a little tiny bit quicker just for processing time, but there's no line. There's no like waiting right now for spouse of permanent resident. So it takes about the same. And Jonathan said, good morning. And good morning. Good morning, Jonathan. Jude says, after becoming a U.S. citizen, I applied for a U.S. passport on behalf of my teenage daughter. It was approved. Unfortunately, U.S. immigration didn't approve her naturalization certificate because, and then Jude doesn't say why. Okay, so I'm just going to go by what you said here, Jude. She got the U.S. passport. So the passport agency did say that she was automatically a U.S. citizen. But then you file for naturalization for her. She doesn't need to be naturalized. She needs to file the N-600 for automatic citizenship, because kids with a green card whose parents they live with become a U.S. citizen are automatically U.S. citizens. That's why she got her U.S. passport. She's automatically a citizen. But if you want a certificate of citizenship, that's the N-600. It's not the same thing as naturalization. They will deny your naturalization for her, for the daughter. Chinara Usmanova, who is probably from Uzbekistan. I can tell from my Russian-speaking people. Hello, my case N-400 was filed on June 17, 2020, and biometric was 1st of July. Since then, I've been waiting and waiting in Ohio, Cincinnati. What to do? So you have to go on the website and you have to make the request about your status of the case and say, what's going on? It's been way too long, almost 2 years that I've been waiting. What's going on? You also can call the 1-800 number, 1-800-375-5283. You need to have your N-400 receipt number with you when you call. Give them the receipt number and they will tell you what to do. So that's my advice. Emmanuel says, hi, thank you for good job. Thank you. Hi. Live Now says, I'm a fun lawyer. Thank you. I try to be a fun lawyer. Elisana says, I'm a driver. I'm driving for 3 years. I'm from Brazil on the road. There you go. Immigrants are doing the jobs that American citizens don't want to do. It's hard to be by yourself, especially for a woman with kids, I'm sure. She probably has kids. I don't know. She looks like a young, beautiful lady. It's hard to be by yourself out on the road for hours at a time, not come home for weeks at a time. But immigrants are willing to take those jobs to support their families. Immigrants are wonderful for this country. They're great. Live Now, Be Free on YouTube says, I had an interview at the embassy a few days ago. I was asking for a return resident visa. So that's for people who had a green card, but then they stayed in another country, probably in the home country, too long. And then they asked the government to please give them back their green card. And that's called a return resident visa for good reason. Like you have to show why you were out for so long. And he says he's been out for 15 years. The embassy said, get a lawyer. In the interview, get a lawyer. I think you're going to have a tough time after 15 years, 15 years of not being in the United States. I could see a year and a half or 2 years, but 15 years, I have a feeling they will deny you for a return residence visa. What you could do is reapply for a green card again. Okay. Live Now is telling me that there's something with the algorithm busting me, like the AI for TikTok violation. YouTube violated Live Now for filming his 2-year-old son taking a poop. Yeah, but I never did anything like that. Believe me. I just talk about the legal stuff. Jonathan says, I have my petition actively reviewed at USCIS. If I change my status, can it affect my petition, or can my petition speed up or slow down? If you change your status, I don't think much will happen. Or all you do is you go, I know you were asked earlier, you have a green card, you're going to file for citizenship. All you do is just submit a copy of your U.S. citizenship certificate, the NATS, the naturalization certificate. And if anything, it will help your case because now she's going to be a wife of a citizen. Patricia says, I see men, a man in Jamaica, and I have to run for my life. I don't know what that means. Chinara says, thank you, Marina. You're welcome. Okay. All right. That's it for my questions here. Let me see on TikTok. TikTok. Okay, another question from Rob. He says, how can I adjust my status? Married to citizen in the military. Removal proceedings pending asylum. There's a lot going on in your case. It's not really something I can answer here. Give us a call. We can help you. Just do a consultation. Next question is from Yaksha Minarin. Does parent and dependent file I-751 on the same form? Yes, if your kid is under 21, you can include him or her on your I-751 form. Also, they can do a separate. 2018, my VAWA case was approved when, okay, I answered this already. Okay, and my last question is from Facebook. Elvis with a W. Presley says, my case is documentarily completed. How long do I have to wait for an interview in India? It depends on the consulate. They will let you know when they're ready. A few months. It's not going to be quick, okay? At this point, I think I'm going to end my, oh wait, Godchild is asking me to read the question. Okay, let me see if I can find it, Godchild, because I'm trying to scroll on my screen here. Godchild. I don't see the question, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, I don't have time for more today. I wish you all good luck. Have a great day. Have a good weekend. We'll see you all. If I don't get banned on TikTok people next Friday, and definitely you guys next Friday. See you later. Oh, wait, next Friday, I might be traveling on vacation. I take it back, not next Friday, probably by a couple of weeks from now, because next week I'm going with my kids on vacation to Florida, and I'm not sure I'll be able to do my lives from there. I don't have the setup. So I won't see you for a couple of weeks. Be well, be healthy, try to stay out of COVID's way, and have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.